Welcome back to the channel, and we start this week in the car because it's Thursday and I'm on the way back from work, getting back to send out the final invites just before tonight's race. I was in a 3.5 hour meeting at work. Got out slightly later than expected, so I'm further behind with sending out the invites, so sorry to everyone who's still hanging on for one. I promise I'll still get them out, and you'll know obviously this because it would have happened already. But yeah, busy day in the office. On the way back, I had a total rest day yesterday, did nothing. I felt kind of weird last night. I sat down with my dinner and then sat watching the television. I haven't done that in a long time, and I felt like I should be doing something. I think the challenge was in the back of my mind, and I've been quite busy with work. I just sat there thinking I need to be going to do something, and I had to tell myself, no, you're all right, you can just relax. And I did Jill's ride on Tuesday night as well, which I'll talk about later in the vlog. But I'm going to get myself home, get the invite sent out, probably grab a banana or something before the race, and then log on. So I'll see you on the start line. Actually made the decision to quickly run over and get myself a coffee from Costa, which is a perfect time to say thank you to everybody who contributes on Buy Me a Coffee. It means a lot, thank you. But yeah, I got a bit of a headache starting behind my eyes, and that's often a sign of lack of caffeine because I do drink a fair amount of coffee. So yeah, I thought I'd just run over there and get that before going back and sending the invites out and sitting on and getting on with more work. Hopefully the coffee will ease the head issues and fogginess. It won't contribute towards a poor performance in the race, but what might is just the number of kilometres I've put into my legs over the last few days. I did have a complete rest day, as I said yesterday, so hopefully that's done me some good. But I guess we'll see. And the weather has finally, well, it was sunny a minute ago. It's got a bit dreary again now, and I woke up this morning and it was raining again. Don't seem to be able to get away from the rain, but apparently there's a bit of a heat wave on the way, so I want that to come so we can sit and enjoy the garden. We sat out there last night and had our dinner, which is quite nice, but it was on verging on the slightly too cold. But yeah, I'm gonna get home, do the bit of work that I need to get done, send out the invites, drink my coffee, and I'll see you on the start line. Just over a minute and a half left to go, and yeah, I always feel like this before a TT race because I know there's no settling in with a draft, or you can try and stay with a group, but it's all down to yourself. So I'm just gonna keep my legs spinning, get ready for the start. I think that coffee sorted my head out slightly, although I'm not sure how I'm going to do here. I will give it my all for as long as I can, and hopefully that will carry me through to the end, but let's wait and see. If we go, then we are off. Just gonna, as I said, try and settle into my own rhythm here, see what I've got in my legs, see if I can push and try and keep up with people. Yeah, gonna get my head down and get into it. So we're 5.5 minutes in. S. Greaves from the Seacat has just gone past me. I caught and managed to overtake A. Evans, but not that far behind. Nearly caught me a second ago. We got a D. Howarth a second in front, and then it's a big jump forward. 12 seconds to Jade Robinson. See Richie, S. Pye, a little bit further ahead with M. Pearce. See Finlayson. Then further up the road, see Jupp, see Waring, and Slevin. Someone else at the top who I can't quite see. Obviously riding in a group. Just keeping the legs going. There comes A. Evans. I can't keep putting out the higher watts. I'm just going to have to hope that the guys in front tire slightly. We've got Jill at the back, who's just doing a warm-up for a team trial time trial later. Oh, we're 12.5 minutes in. I'm doing all I can to keep up with A. Evans. Lee Howard's moved out in front to 8 seconds. Jay Robinson air squeeze 20 seconds. I keep pushing out as long as I can, and then I have to drop back and just ease off a bit, trying to keep it as consistent as I can. But when you've got someone in front of you you're trying to catch, you invariably push yourself a little bit harder and then have to just ease it off. But I think over the course of the next 10k, A. Evans will slightly pull away, to be honest. Oh. So I put a couple of big bursts in. Firstly to try and catch up with A. Evans, which I did. And then I saw Jade Robertson up the road. I just carried on through. I'm going to pay for that in a minute, I have no doubt. But I thought while I had it, I better go for it. Still a long way to go yet. A lap and a half. I don't know whether I can hold this out or not. Let's see. I've got a lap to go, just about, keeping A. Evans behind. Although he's putting out 4 watts a kilogram now. I've been putting out short bursts of effort for 2 reasons. One, to try and keep A. Evans behind me, but 2, to try and close the gap on D. Howarth in front. We've only got 5 kilometres left. Oh, I'm trying to put out some effort like I did before, but I've got no legs to make it stick. Getting into the red zone and then having to back straight off again. So I need to just try and sit at a pace. Even when I tend to do that, the graph gradually inclines until I get to the red zone. I need to work on that. D. Howarth 5 seconds ahead. A. Evans 18 seconds behind. That's my aim now, to keep him behind. You know, he's putting out spurts of big numbers. 3k to go. Come on. A kilometre left to go. D. Howard's pulled the gap back out again now. I've got nothing to catch him. Just keeping an eye on the people behind me. Trying to cover that off where I can.
I'm pretty spent now. To be honest, I'm quite surprised I've managed to be able to push for this long. I didn't think my legs would have it in me. But it's just 700 metres to the end now. Come on. And across the line. Oh man, that was... Give me a sec. Right then, so I'm pleasantly surprised about how much I could push in that. I genuinely thought I was going to really struggle this evening. But 258 watts average, 2 watts per kilogram is not quite a, I don't think it's anywhere near an FTP effort, but considering the amount of riding I've done in the last sort of week and a half, I'm quite pleased with that. Let's move my face over the way again. And let's have a look at the top of the leaderboard. So, John Bushell wins it, 25.53. A full second, 13 seconds behind was N Barber. And then C White, 26.47. Got a feeling, Chris, did you start late? Because you came flying past me at the start. Maybe you started late, I don't know. But first C Cat, C Waring, 26.52, just 5 seconds behind Chris. N Corbin, B Cat 26.54, just a couple of seconds behind, and then C Swan in 6th. N Slevin, I think B Cat in 27.58 with Chris Jutt in 8th, 12 seconds behind. In 9th, S Pie 29.02, C Finlayson in 10th. And then we have S Greaves 11th, M Pierce 30 minutes dead in 12th, C Ritchie 13th, and D Howarth in 14th. I ran out of everything to try and catch you at the end. And in the end, you finished with quite a good distance over me. Me in 15th, 31.18, and then somehow I managed to keep A Evans behind. I really wasn't expecting that to stick. Just got on the, was it second lap? I just got a bit of wind going around the back of the course, and I thought I'm just going to push out all I can. And it kind of worked. I fully thought I was going to fall to pieces at that point because I caught Jay Robinson as well. And I did think that was it. I wouldn't have anything later on, but managed, I think, just to match A Evans as we went along. But awesome racing. Brilliant racing. Who was the first D Cat over the line? D Howarth. So it was a close race for the Ds, actually. Oh, I just wish I had a little bit more in my legs, but yeah, I didn't, unfortunately. But awesome racing. It's the TT again. It's over for another month now. We can go back to normal racing next week. But yeah, I'm going to do my usual. You know what it is. Jump off, have a shower, have some dinner, and we'll wrap up later.
Just before we do the race roundup, I just want to jump in here and say that the Wednesday vlogs are slightly shorter than the ones that I do on a Sunday because they don't have the race in them and they don't have maybe not quite as much riding. And actually I interact with the guys quite a lot that come on the rides of the races because we talk on Discord and we talk on Facebook and things, but I don't know how big a group of people there might be out there that watch these videos that don't come on our rides. And what I wanted to do is just open up the field to answer any questions you might have. So if that's about my riding, about diet, about things in my life, whatever it might be, if you have a question, feel free to ask them and I will answer them on Wednesday vlogs. So stick them in the comments below or on the Facebook group, send me a direct message if you want to. Ask me anything you want. I won't answer the ones I don't want to answer. But aside from that, yeah, I'll answer them on Wednesday.
So you join me on Friday night where I've made a very last minute decision to jump on the pretzel ride that some of the guys put on the Facebook group. I'm not going to be here for the whole thing. Definitely not going to be doing 70 kilometers. But I thought I'd just jump on, get some of the distance in. It wasn't going to be banded, but that changed last minute. So I will get a little bit of benefit from the band. But one of the draws for me is to go up, where we're about to start, to go up the mountain. I think it's the Epic KOM, which I haven't done in a long time. And I used to do it fairly regularly when the pack rides used to do one of their special Sundays up there, probably once every couple of weeks. And I used to really enjoy it. So I thought I'd jump on, do the mountain, coast down the other side, and probably call it a day. But yeah, looking forward to it. Just going to take it easy. It won't add a lot of kilometers because it's all going up, but it's better than doing nothing, and it's just something that grabbed me at the last minute. So, and I'm also well aware that I haven't rounded up the race from yesterday yet. Things got a bit busy yesterday evening, so I'm going to do this and then do a proper roundup to the video after. But I'll drop some of this into the video too. I'll see you in a bit. Just over half an hour in, we've just made it to the castle that's about halfway up. I'm trying to give this a good go. A lot of this, as you can see at the bottom, has been in green zone. A little bit of blue, a little bit of yellow. So trying to give it a good effort. About obviously half the way up now to go. Up into the snowy mountains. My headphones are run out of battery, so I can't talk to anybody on Discord, but still enjoying the ride nonetheless. But yeah, hopefully the second half of this will be just as good as the first. Coming up to cross the banner at the top. 51 minutes 55 seconds, or 52 minutes. Oh, obviously happy with that. That's going to beat my record because I don't think I've ever done this banded before. And I think we're about to turn left and go up to that radio tower, which I'm not sure I'm going to get all the way up. I've already probably pushing my time limit a little bit now. But I'll go a little way up, then turn around, come down, enjoy the ride down the hill again and get a few kilometres from that. So yeah, feeling quite strong actually. You can see I dropped it off slightly towards the end there with more blue and greys, just because I'm obviously using up energy and running out a little bit. But yeah, I don't feel, considering the amount of riding I've done recently, quite surprised, and the race yesterday, quite surprised that I'm feeling alright, which is good news. There we go, got up to the top. Oh, that radio tower climb is an absolute, but I'm going to enjoy the coast down now. And then I better jump off and go and do daddy time and dinner time before I get into trouble. So that's 25 kilometres done, 1 hour 15 minutes. Not the easiest way to get 25 kilometres done, but it's done. So I'm going to leave those guys to carry on to the rest of the pretzel and go and do my family stuff. So yeah, we'll properly catch up, finish this week's vlog in a bit.
I really enjoyed that ride. It was great to go up the mountain again. I haven't done it in such a long time. I used to do it quite often as well. So yeah, really good to do that and form as part of a band as well. So I enjoyed the downhill very much so, and I definitely enjoyed having the band taking me up to the radio tower. That is such a painful part of Zwift, going up to that radio tower. So, and I think I broke the band on the way down with my weight because I just disappeared off the front and left them all for dead. So completely unintentionally, but I think that's what happened. But it's a difficult way to get in a few kilometres, but it's something that I really fancy doing and jumping on with the guys that were doing that as well. So thanks for the invite, guys. Let's do a race roundup then. I did better than I thought I was going to do. I genuinely thought that I wouldn't really have anything in my legs, and actually the same goes for tonight. I was quite surprised how hard I could push early doors going up the mountain. And in the race I thought I'm not gonna have it in my legs to last very long, but I did okay. I got into a bit of a race. I managed to catch A. Evans, who we had a bit of a battle for a while, and then I put in that burst just for as long as I could hold it, and it seemed to put me in front, and then I managed to stay in front. So I'm quite pleased that tactically I did that. It did hurt quite a bit, and towards the end I was definitely running out of puff, but that was really awesome. And we had a bit of a weirdness in the results, actually. And I'm sorry for looking off screen, but we had S. Greaves and M. Pierce afterwards were both mentioning in the Facebook chat that they felt on the screen it was the other way round. And if you look at the results, it's really strange. So it says S. Greaves, 30 minutes and 1 second. M. Pierce, 30 minutes dead. But S. Greaves is in 11th and M. Pierce is in 12th. It's the other way around. However, if you look at the time differences between them and the leader, they're the other way around. So it's obviously something to do with having the meetups that we do and Zwift being a bit weird. But awesome to get that racing again. I do quite enjoy that that route for the TT. And the TTs are growing on me slightly, I must admit. I'm not a huge fan of them, but every time I do them, I feel like I'm really pushing myself. Not near an FTP effort, but it was never going to be given the riding that I've done recently. So really happy. And then, yeah, got some more miles in tonight. I'll round this week up in Wednesday's vlog because we'll have a look at what I do on Saturday and Sunday. But I've definitely got a good number of kilometres in my leg, setting me up well for the weekend. Hopefully, I can just bash out the rest on Saturday and have a rest day on Sunday. I am on a holiday from work for the next 2 weeks. I do have something I need to get done at the weekend, but no work for the next 2 weeks, and it's something that I really need for myself. I feel I've been so busy with the channel, with riding, especially stepping up to do the August challenge that you guys set me, and you know, work and everything. I just need a break. So I'm really pleased that I've got a bit of time off. Hopefully recharge the batteries. I feel recently, and I apologise to everyone, I feel like I'm sending invites out to rides quite late because I'm just trying to fit all the jigsaw pieces together. And I just need that 2 weeks to just reset. I'm really looking forward to it, and hopefully I can get back on track a little bit. For those 2 weeks, nothing will change with the channel. Still do the rides, I still do the videos and things. However, after the August challenge is over, I'm going to have a week off doing the videos in September. I will still do the rides, but just take a week's break from video editing and stuff. Let's talk about weight loss. I actually got on the scales this morning. Normally I leave it to a Saturday, but I knew that there was a likelihood that we'd have a takeaway tonight, and we did have a curry tonight. And that is the first time, genuinely, that we've had any form of takeaway or potentially not brilliant food diet-wise since I had my stomach issues a few weeks ago. I've been sticking quite rigidly to eating healthy food, trying not to eat processed stuff, and just sticking to fruit, veg, and a few other bits and bobs, rice, potatoes, and whatnot. So, and it's working, because this week I've lost 4 pounds. That's 8 pounds in 3 weeks. I am over the moon. I guess it's a mixture of a couple of things. The extra riding that I'm doing and the better healthy eating. There is one other thought in my mind. Last night I did not have a good night's sleep. I take my medication in the morning and in the evening before I go to bed. And sometimes, it never happens in the morning, but sometimes when I take it in the evening, I go to the toilet quite a lot. And last night, and I kid you not, I got up to the toilet about 8 times. 8 times. I don't know where the water was coming from. I don't know whether I still don't really understand whether it just gets out the stomach acid, and the way of getting rid of it is through water. I don't know what it is, but I got up so many times last night. I had an awful night's sleep. But that's probably had some impact on today's weigh-in, I would imagine. So I don't know what next week's going to look like, but we'll play that when it happens. I'm just happy. 8 pounds. 8 pounds in 3 weeks. That's over half a stone. And there was an interesting conversation that happened. Firstly, on one of our rides, actually, on the Discord chat, probably last Saturday. And it was followed up on in the Facebook group. And it was just the conversation about it sort of came up that people felt that they might not necessarily be improving because they're pushing themselves against other people in the group. But then we're all improving. So whilst we're similar to other people, to where we were, I don't know, 3-4 months ago, everybody's improving, and everyone was looking through their stats of the TT race and beating previous bests and previous records. And it's amazing. And I can't thank you guys enough, because it gives me, I know I'm improving too, and I know the effort I'm putting in is awesome. The one thing we do need to do is fill up the D category again, because a lot of the D cat riders have moved up. There are only 3 of us in the race on Thursday night. So if you do watch these videos and you're not sure about joining either Zwift or races or rides or groups, come along. We have such a supportive group of people. We all have a good chat. We all have a good bit of banter, and it's all supportive. So come along, come and join the DCAT. Come and join in this progression that everyone is seeing with these consistent rides that we're doing, and jump on that bandwagon. And that leads nicely on to next week's ride. So we've Andy Creer's Tuesday Trundle on Tuesday night, somewhere between 1.5 to 2 watts per kilogram unbanded. That's 7:30 UK time. Then we do our race on Thursday night, which is 6:30 UK time. Back to a standard race this week with the split starts between categories. And then the group ride on Saturday, which is our banded group rides. It doesn't matter if you do 0.5 watt per kilogram, 5 watts per kilogram. It will keep us all together, and we just have a good chat on Discord or via the Zwift companion chat. All the information for those will be in the details below in the description. So sign up. We sign up either on Google Forms or on Spond, which you can join to get instant notification when I set up the rides. And come along and join us. So that is the end of this video. If you did enjoy it, do hit like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Don't forget to send in any questions that you've got, and I'll see you on Wednesday.